Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. We're about 2 weeks away from the release of March of the Machine. We can start getting an idea of what prices are going to look like at release and maybe some guesses on what they'll look like long term. So if we take a look at recent standard sets, first we'll start with draft boxes. So Dominaria United, $98 today on TCG Player. Brothers War, $100 for the draft box. And we have Unfinity. Now Unfinity is standard priced and it's up to 102, which is kind of surprising, but it does not have set boxes to compete for people's attention when you go to buy them. So it's not really a good one to compare. And Phyrexia is still 119 on the market price. So that one is still descending the price curve because it's the newest thing and people are still buying it up and there's not enough in the market. But just between Brothers War and Dominaria United, we can see the recent draft boxes falling in this kind of 95 to 105 range, which is moderately healthy. It kind of needs to be a bit more expensive for most card stores to be able to make money, but there's quite a few card stores that can buy from distribution, come out onto TCG Player or eBay, sell at those prices, and make money. And interestingly, what we're not seeing recently with draft boxes is the kind of devastation that we saw with Streets of New Capenna, with Baldur's Gate, with Midnight Hunt, Crimson Vow. Those kind of wrecks, even going back to things like Strixhaven at times, AFR, the draft boxes of all of those sets had periods, and some of them very long periods, where the prices were just awful. I mean, here we are, Midnight Hunt draft box today, $82. And Crimson Vow, is it even on this page? New Capenna is on this page, $83. So I don't expect to see a return to that. You know, Rudy said a couple days ago that he estimates that WotC has cut collector box print run sizes by 10 to 30%. Okay. If I'm WotC and I've just cut collector box print runs on standard sets by that much, I'm going to go out and cut draft and set box print runs by 10%. Because these kind of prices that we saw starting in 2021 and through most of 2022, these are not healthy for anyone in the market. Distributors can't make money at this. LGSs definitely don't make money with this. WotC can't move the product when the prices are like this. It's just terrible for everyone. So WotC needs to take steps to not let prices get like this. And so when it comes to March of Machines, if we're already seeing some discipline on collector box print run sizes, we're already seeing draft boxes of the previous 2 out of 3 standard sets so far, though I expect Phyrexia to join Brothers War and Dominaria United. We're already seeing them holding the line around this 95 to 105 without crashing lower. I expect the same thing here. I expect March of the Machines, we'll see probably 100 to 110 on the draft boxes within several months of release. So 112 today for these draft boxes, I think that's pretty good. I think if you wanted to pre-order to enjoy the box, yeah, 112 is probably a good price. You would get it early. But if you're looking to put it back in the closet for the long term, wait, there will be better entry points later. On to the set boxes. Now, the set boxes have kind of a similar story. Of course, today, 112 for Brothers War. Dominaria United is 105. And previous sets, like Midnight Hunt, see, is still struggling. Crimson Vow is even still struggling. Even out-of-print sets like Strixhaven and AFR are struggling to be break-even propositions for card stores that would have bought them a year ago. But these more recent sets are doing a lot better. Like I said, DMU holding about 105, Brothers War holding 112 today. And these get into the kind of range where, again, more card stores can actually make money on it. One interesting thing is seeing Phyrexia at 126 and Kamigawa at 126. You know, 126 is just about the exact point where any card store in the country can buy from distribution, no matter how small they are, no matter how little pricing power they have with their distributors. They can buy from distribution, come on the TCG Player, sell it, pay market fees, pay real shipping in the US, and make a couple of dollars moving the box. And so for standard priced products, that have reasonable supply available, this kind of 126 number is about the highest you should expect to see it under normal circumstances on TCG Player. So I don't expect March of the Machines to be higher than that. Yes, temporarily when it's a new box. Where is Phyrexia? Am I missing it? Yeah, 126. So, when it's a new box, yeah, it could probably bounce around there, but you have so much more competition to bring it above that 126 price point. And so, again, 117 today for March of the Machine set boxes on pre-sale. I think this is probably a decent price, again, if you want to open these. But if you want to put them back for the long term, you're probably going to have opportunities with bonus bucks. This is a standard set that will not rotate out until September of 2024. It's probably going to have an in-print life of 13, 14 months or so. So there will be lots of opportunity for long-term accumulation of this at better prices. But again, if you want to buy it today, this is actually a good price. And this brings me to something else that we kind of need to start laying the groundwork for. We've adjusted our attitudes over this last 12, 15 months to where we almost scoff at the idea of pre-orders. Now, yes, WotC pre-dumped Lord of the Ring gift bundles on Amazon below wholesale prices a few weeks ago. That was a great one to pre-order, obviously. But for the most part, we've figured out that in a bear market, prices come down after a product is released, almost without fail. And so to pre-order during a bear market doesn't make a lot of sense. And we're going to have to relearn that during a bull market, it will make sense to pre-order at times, because there will be products that you have reasonable assurance will get away from you on price. And so moving on to that topic, we'll come to the collector boxes. And so today, $212 for the March of Machine collector box on pre-order. Now, let's talk about specifically the two standard set collector boxes before this, Phyrexia and Brothers War. And we don't really have to think about Phyrexia still descending the price curve the way we did on draft boxes and set boxes, not with the collector boxes, because there's only one printing of collector boxes ever. So it really has no, the price curve it descends is different in the reasons why it exists and the way it works. And so if we look at Phyrexia today, $218 market price, and Brothers War, $225 is the cheapest box. And there are some interesting attributes of these two boxes. So Brothers War, given the number of serialized artifacts, the fact that they are all of 500, and given the known rarity of the artifacts amongst booster packs, and the number of booster packs per box, we have a pretty good idea of how many booster boxes of Brothers War collectors were printed. So we know that there's not great scarcity of these boxes, but they do have a true chase card in them. They have the serialized artifacts, they have the foil shattered glass transformers, so they have the chase cards. Phyrexia, on the other hand, there are no chase cards in here. The oil slick cards should have been in these boxes. It was a dumb idea to put them somewhere else. They should have been here, but they weren't. There are no chase cards in these boxes to chase, but there is scarcity. It appears that the print run numbers were cut, and the evidence gets stronger every day that they actually were. And now, if the price here is $218 today, and the price here is $225 for the cheapest box of Brothers War, when we get to March of Machines, and we have a collector box that has both chase cards in the form of the serialized cards, and it has scarcity, what do you think that's going to do to the price? I think this actually has a chance to be the first standard collector box, maybe the first collector box of any type of set in quite a while, that has not just fallen precipitously once it's been released. Even Dominaria Remastered came down about $20, $25 after it came out. Double Masters 2022 came down over $100 after it released. Standard set collector boxes, yeah, forget about it. They've all been coming down in price recently. Brothers War has bounced off the bottom, and probably Phyrexia has softly bounced off its bottom. But I think March of the Machines has a chance that by the time we get to release date, and maybe a few months after, if it really is confirmed to us in the market that there is scarcity on these, And if the serialized cards turn out to be desirable beyond just being serialized, maybe if the artwork is great, the quality is great, the power of the cards themselves is sufficient, I think there's a good chance that this will actually be a really good performing collector box early in its life. So I think that 212 today is probably too cheap. I'll just say that. So if you wanted to go ahead and pre-order this, I think this is the best slam dunk out of the three, out of the draft set and collector boxes. This is the smartest one to just go out and pre-order today if you were going to risk putting some money on it. Let me know what you think, guys. We're going to have to rethink a lot of habits we got into over the last 12 to 15 months as we go forward here out of this bear market, as we consolidate some more and we slowly start building into an ever steeper bull market. We're just going to have to start thinking differently about things again. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on Final Trade.